Well, another motivational interview. I'm Wayne Kelly. Today I featured Dr. Breakthrough, Mr. Stan Harris. And he's called Dr. Breakthrough because he uses demonstrations to teach people how to break through any limitation that might be holding them back. You know the fear barrier? He'll blow you right through that, no problem. In one of his breakthrough seminars, over 108 people broke a board. Some broke two for the very first time, and it spanned from an 8-year-old boy to an 81-year-old woman, all without any injuries. He might, in fact, go down in history as the man who taught more people how to break a board or brick than any other person in history. He's one of the most dynamic speakers you're going to hear. This is Dr. Stan Harris.
My story, I tell you, it's incredible. I was born in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, in the ghettos, and Dad left when I was 3 years of age. And I, as a 6-year-old boy, was out in the middle of a field playing. A gang of teenagers came my way, and this is a lesson I try to teach people in life, and that is, instead of being captured by your fear, you need to be catapulted by your fear, because I froze in my tracks. I didn't even try to run. There's a possibility I could have gotten away, but I didn't even try to run. Well, they grabbed me, they beat me up, threw me out in the middle of a field, stomped all over me. And again, I was just a 6-year-old boy. It never dawned on me why it would take a group of teenagers just to beat up one 6-year-old boy. But then one day it dawned on me, maybe they knew one day I was going to be a bad boy. They had to get me while they could, see. But anyway, beat me up, threw me out in the middle of the field, poured a great big old bucket of tar all over my face, all over my body, and they threw a bunch of feathers on me, and they left me there. Now, I'm thankful that the tar wasn't hot, but it was thick. I almost suffocated. Somebody rushed me to the hospital, got me taken care of. But I always wanted to learn how to protect myself because of that. And my mother won a free month of karate lessons. I went with her, and they were kicking and chopping and hollering and screaming. I thought, man, this is it. So my mama stayed in and got what we call too good, because one day her and her boyfriend got in a fight, and my mama knocked this guy out cold with a side kick to the throat and the side of the neck. I looked at my brother Ronald. Ronald looked at Lonnie. We looked at the guy on the ground and said, man, whatever you do, don't mess with my mama. My mama's bad. So 36 years ago, I got started in martial arts for 2 reasons. One, to protect myself. And 2, I thought if I became a champion, people would help me. People would respect me and like me and so forth. And so through that journey, which I wanted just to learn self-defense, but they taught me the most important lesson in life, and that is self-discipline. The greatest of all victories is the conquest of one's own self. And learning to have that self-discipline is what propelled me to now 36 years later, I'm now a 10th degree black belt, which is less than 100 of us in the world. I've been voted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame, as well as the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame. And I've been in all 50 states, 24 countries, been over 2 million miles traveling, teaching people my breakthrough technology, and that is how to break through to the next level. Fact of the matter, I distance myself. I'm no longer a motivational speaker per se, but a breakthrough speaker. They say, what's a breakthrough speaker? One who uses motivation, inspiration, education, and entertainment to accelerate your breakthrough to the next level. It's kind of like a rocket ship. When a rocket ship takes off, until it gets to a place called escape velocity, right before it gets to that place, that rocket ship begins to shake and it almost breaks to pieces. But then it breaks through that escape velocity, and now it's going 25,000 miles per hour. There's 1 million pounds of fuel. 95% of that fuel is used just from liftoff to escape velocity. From that point, it virtually uses no more fuel, and that's what the breakthrough is all about. The breakthrough is like that caterpillar, slow and ugly, crawling on the ground. But after a while, it ends up in a cocoon, and now it's a beautiful butterfly. And that's exactly what I teach people, how to break through. And I usually give people points of a breakthrough. We won't have too much time, but I'll just tease them with a few, if that's okay with you.
You better believe it.
Number one, it takes faith. If you want to have a breakthrough, if you want to break through to your next level, and by the way, my definition of a breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seem insurmountable unto you. You know, it's to be able to, most people in life, whether it's in their finances, they need a breakthrough, or maybe in their relationships, they need a breakthrough, or their spiritual life, they need a breakthrough, their business life. But we all get to points in our lives when we need a breakthrough. It's kind of like a combination lock, and you've got 3 numbers. You need just one more. And when you get that one more, that's that breakthrough that you've been looking for. And so if you're going to have a breakthrough, number one, it takes faith. And I use the metaphor of breaking a board. It takes faith. You see, if you think you are beaten, you are. And if you think you dare not, you won't. If you like to win but think you can't, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you will lose, you've already lost. For this powerful truth we find, success begins in a person's will. It's all a state of mind. For life's battles don't always go to the stronger woman or man, but sooner or later those who win are those who first think then know that they can. Booker T. Washington, that great black statesman of years gone by, said everything in life that I began with the ideal I can and will succeed. See, if you're going to have a breakthrough, you got to have faith. Some people say fake it till you make it. No. Faith it till you make it. And faith, F-A-I-T-H, stands for find answers in the heart. I like what Muhammad Ali said. He said, I said I was the greatest a long time before I ever believed it. And so sometimes our faith is increased by hearing ourselves talk. You know, MIT did a study. They said it takes 16 positive comments to offset one negative comment. And also they found out that 83% of our self-talk is negative. So I teach people to program themselves to success by using powerful words that they say to themselves so they can hear themselves saying it, so that will increase their faith. Because the good book says faith cometh by hearing. And so you need to hear something. So first of all, you got to have faith. So I used to watch them break boards. I was like, man, I could never do that. As long as I said I could never do it and thought I could never do it, I never tried. And guess what? I never did. And as long as you think you will never have a breakthrough, as long as you think where you are in your life is where you have to stay, that's where you'll stay. But I'm telling you, you can have a breakthrough. And by the way, you need this breakthrough mentality, and that is this. Everything in life worth doing was declared impossible by someone before. You got to have faith. And by the way, you know, some people are hooked on dope, but I'm hooked on hope. Come on now. I mean, hope is a well-founded, well-grounded expectation of the future. And you know, I have faith. I just believe. I'm hooked on hope. That's why I love working with young people. That's why I love working with businesses and working with people, because it doesn't matter where you are. It's where you'd like to be. And what I teach people is a barrier is simply made to be broken. Therefore, they call me Dr. Breakthrough. So first it takes faith, and then it takes facts. You got to understand some facts, and that is this. People with less talent, with less ability than you and I, they've had great breakthroughs. If they can, we can as well. So I'm telling you, if you just want to have a breakthrough, you've got to have faith, but you got to understand some facts. And so that's why it's important to read powerful books and powerful biographies. Reading about these great men and women, when you realize they were just like you and I. They have human emotions. They hurt, they feel, they believe, they trust, they doubt. And if you're going to be successful, get this now, you've got to learn to believe your beliefs and doubt your doubts instead of doubting your beliefs and believing your doubts.
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, your breakthrough, somebody on this line, somebody listening to this recording, you're just one little step away, just one action from a massive breakthrough. And when you hit that escape velocity, I'm telling you, you're going to start soaring through the sky. I just started a new business a month ago, and I decided I wanted to do $20,000 my first month of business. One of my friends says, man, that's a pretty high goal. I said, well, I like what Donald Trump, they asked him why he was so successful. He said, well, I figured I had to think about something. Why not think big? And, you know, I just finished my fourth week and third day in that business, and not only did I do $20,000, I actually did $30,000. Folks, I'm telling you, if you got to believe. I mean, years ago, I never could have dreamed I would have done something like that. But I'm telling you, if you want to have a breakthrough, and I like starting off with small breakthroughs, and then you keep going bigger and larger. I started off breaking a board, and then I started breaking boards, and now I break bricks. And so it's amazing. Just last night, I stacked up 22 inches of cement block and broke them.
Wow.
I've done it on fire before. But I'm telling you, I laid on the bed of nails and put 150-pound of blocks on my stomach, and while I laid on the bed of nails, a guy took a sledgehammer and broke them off, and I jumped up without a scratch on me. There's a lot of different things that I do, but I'm telling you, all the things that I now do, I used to look at and say it's impossible. And you know what, Wayne? As long as I said it's impossible and thought it's impossible, I never did it. Now I have faith. I've understood some facts. And then third point is focus. Focus. See, I never break a board or brick until I break it in my mind. See, the mind doesn't know the difference between that which is real and that which is imaginary. So true meditation is this, seeing yourself where you want to be, seeing yourself doing the thing you want to do, just like the book Psycho-Cybernetics. The basketball team, in their mind, they played in their mind only. They saw themselves dribbling down the court. They saw themselves making every shot. They saw themselves stealing the ball from the opponent. They saw themselves blocking the opponent's shot. And the other team actually practiced every day. When they put the two teams together, the one that played in their mind did just as well as the one who practiced for, on some instances, beat the other team. Why? Because in your mind, your subconscious, you can reprogram it. Listen to me. And you can, when you program that into your subconscious will then release the energy from your body, release the energy in your spirit to where your body and your spirit will carry out what you've seen happen in your life. I mean, Walt Disney, when Disney World was built, they said, isn't it a shame that Walt wasn't here to see it? His brother-in-law said, oh, don't you understand? Walt saw this a long time before we ever saw it. You see, a building's built 3 times. First, it's built in the mind, then on paper, and then it's manifested. And I'm telling you, my friend, if you want to have a breakthrough, you got to see it in your mind. See yourself in a successful relationship. See yourself in that successful business. See yourself that spiritual person you want to be. See yourself building just see it happening as if it, I like to say, as if it is now. The 2 most powerful words in the human language, the words I am. And I read powerful I am statements every day about myself because I'm reprogramming my subconscious, because I got to whitewash, I got to brainwash myself because all the dirt and filth that was put in there from years ago. Mm-hmm. And so the 4th point quickly after focus is enforce, and that is you just got to take off and hit the thing. And then lastly is follow through. See, when I make up my mind to do something, circumstances align themselves in my favor. When I say I can't, my mind stops trying. But when I say, how can I? My mind keeps searching until it finds a way. And Winston Churchill said it best. He said this, he said, never, never, never quit. And then another man said this, nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent by Calvin Coolidge. I got to give you a poem that is dear to my heart. It goes like this. The dangerous people are not the ones who hit you with clubs and rob you with guns. The thief won't attack your character traits nor belittle your abilities to your face. It likely will be a well-meaning friend who merely crushes your will to win. No, he doesn't rob you at point of gun. He simply says it can't be done. And when pointed to many who already are, he smiles and says they're better than we are, personality-wise and abilities too. They're way ahead of what others can do. And it matters not that his words are untrue, for you feel that others must know you. So you're robbed of your hopes, your dreams to succeed, robbed of the faith that makes you believe, and left to doubt if you'll ever achieve. So the deadliest of people is not he with the gun, but he or she who tells you it can't be done. For that taken by burglars can be gotten again, but nothing can replace your will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Stan Harris. I'm known as Dr. Breakthrough, and I want you to check out my website, drbreakthrough.com. That's drbreakthrough.com, and I'm here to tell you, I believe you can break through any barrier. Fact of the matter, barriers were made to be broken, and I'd like to help you to break through those barriers.
Man, I'm so excited. I haven't been able to do this since I had COVID last year in August, but watch and see what happens after taking this new breakthrough secret weapon. My strength is back. Yes. So inbox me, my friend, for information.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
From our pain too long. We've been hiding from this blessing in disguise that we weren't even aware of. So now it's time to break through it. And the way you break through it is by learning. So come on, let me hear you say breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time!
Come on, breakthrough time!
Breakthrough time!
Come on, breakthrough time!
Breakthrough time!
Dr. Stan Harris, the Breakthrough Man. I refuse to be a settled or broken man. It's my right and choice to focus on being a breakthrough man. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept American, humbled and dulled by having the state or job take care of me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail until I succeed. I refuse to live from month to month, robbing Peter to pay Paul. I prefer the challenge of life instead of the guaranteed existence of so-called security. I'd rather experience the thrill of fulfillment than the comfort zone of familiarity. I will never bow to any master nor bend to any threat. It's my heritage to stand direct, unstoppable and unafraid, to face the world boldly, full of faith and say, this by God's grace I've done and will continue to do because it's my time to shine. It's breakthrough time.